So what is the new solution? Word on the street is that if you are banned and you delete your temporary files, that will get you unbanned. Some people say this works, while others say this only works for one play session and then they're back to being banned. So what I found out is that this only works for people who have been soft banned, and even then, this is only half of the story. Everything you need to know on how to prevent getting banned in Blue Protocol. The content of this video may change as more information is released by the public. I'm going to go over what was known prior to going into the launch and what was discovered after the launch after players started getting banned. If you are only interested in the latter, I'll put a timestamp in the description below, so feel free to skip ahead. So what we had known before as an attempt to decrease the chances of getting banned from playing outside of Japan are: number 1, register your account with a VPN on. A paid one might be better. Number 2, anything in regards to Blue Protocol, whether that's downloading, installing, or logging on to the game, use a VPN while doing so. Number 3, when installing the Bandai Namco launcher, you have to unselect the third option, which will auto-run the launcher at the start of your computer. Number 4, use Japanese characters for choosing your character name. Number 5, exit the Bandai Namco launcher, which still runs in the background after you exit the game, before closing out of your VPN. Number 6, don't talk to anyone in the game to prevent getting manually flagged by a Japanese player unless you are speaking in Japanese. Number 7, don't use any applications which may impact the game while playing the game, which includes Mort and the Skyproc English mod, unfortunately. Number 8, don't purchase anything directly with your credit card, as it ties back to your billing address, which is outside of Japan. Onwards to the new information. So what I got from researching online are: number 1, people are being banned with or without using a VPN, and even with using a paid dedicated VPN. Number 2, people living in Japan are being banned, and they're being banned for 2 reasons. First, they themselves are using VPN despite living in Japan for either security, personal, or functional reasons, whether they're playing through a VPN from work or through a work VPN. The second reason is that Japanese players are getting false bans potentially because their IP falls into the range of VPN services. If this is actually true, then good luck to us all. So what is the new solution? Word on the street is that if you are banned and you delete your temporary files, that will get you unbanned. Some people say this works, while others say this only works for one play session and then they're back to being banned. So what I found out is that this only works for people who have been soft banned, and even then, this is only half of the story. If you receive an error 01069, that most likely means at some point in time your system got flagged to be banned. Whether that is accidentally getting your IP address exposed by dropping your VPN too early, or Blue Protocol's anti-cheat system, sign code 3, continue to run in the background and scanned your computer and detected that you are not in Japan. Now comes the tricky part. People are saying if you got the error 01069, which means you got flagged for a potential soft ban, which will eventually become a ban, regardless of what you do and what files you delete. There are also people who did not get the error 01069, and just got banned regardless with no warning signs. So because this may be the case, I'm only going to present the following solutions to people who have not received the error 01069. But for those who have received this error, you can try it out anyways to see if it works. On March 30th, 2023, Blue Protocol announced on their official website that they're implementing an anti-cheat system. And would you look at that, the infamous error 01069. Although the site itself says that this does not mean that measures will be taken due to the violation of the terms and services, one can only assume that you at least got flagged. Users have conclusively deducted that this anti-cheat system is sign code 3. How may you ask? So when you search your directory for xhunter1, which you can do by opening up your registry editor and doing a Ctrl F4 and searching for xhunter1, it will locate an xhunter1 folder with files inside. And now if you do a quick Google search on what xhunter1 is, xhunter1 system is a third-party driver file that belongs to Zenko 3, developed by Korean company Weiba.com Co. Ltd. Zenko 3 is a program to help detect forms of cheating in PC and mobile online games. xhunter1 system is not necessary for Windows and often leads to issues. So case in point, the anti-cheat system is indeed sign code 3. So now let's move on to removing it. So there are 2 ways of going about this. One method is to locate them manually and deleting the files, and the other is to open up your Windows command prompt and typing in codes that will delete the files for you. I'm going to do a mixture of the two methods. I'm going to locate them manually and then delete them through the prompt. I'll provide the prompt in the description below if you guys want to copy and paste the codes. Step 1. Open up your Windows command prompt by searching for CMD on your computer. Type in the first code, netstop_hunter1. So this is not cited, which is a good sign. Step number 2. Search for Registry editor and open it up. And then do Ctrl F4 to search for xhunter1. Now that we've confirmed that we do indeed have this registry, we can either delete it manually or use the command prompt. So if you were to delete it manually, then you can just right click on the folder itself, hit delete, or if you want to use the command prompt, just paste this code into the command prompt. Then hit yes. Access is denied, which it means is that we have to run this as an admin. So let's exit out of this. Type in cmd, run as administrator, hit yes, and now let's try it again. Then put yes. The operation completed successfully. So now I want to refresh this and search for xhunter1. Finish searching through the registry. Look at that, it's gone. Now for the third step, to find xhunter1.sys in your Windows folder. I do this just by searching for xhunter1.sys and then opening up the file location. And now you can either manually delete it, or you can use the command prompt and type in the following code. Delete Windows xhunter1.sys. Now we're going to double check to see if this actually got deleted by refreshing the page. Looks like it's no longer here, but let's just do one more search just in case. Looks like nothing is showing up when I search it this time around. Now for the fourth step, you have to empty your temporary folders to remove the xhunter1 files that are remaining on your computer. You can do this by searching for run for the run command prompt and then type in the following code, %temp% and hit OK. Notice that you can see right away that there is a Bandai Namco launcher, but who knows if this is the only relevant file. So go back a level to local, and then from here you can right click and you can then hit delete. If you guys are running into an issue where you can't delete the temporary folder, then you can open up the folder itself, highlight everything, and then just hit delete. And you can skip the ones that can't be deleted. And now you can restart your computer and then open up your VPN before running the Bandai Namco launcher for the Blue Protocol game. If you guys found this content to be helpful, please consider hitting that like button. If you guys are banned, then maybe do what I recommended to do in this video, and then afterwards create a new account while using a VPN, and maybe even consider changing up your VPN. I'm going to personally check to see if the xhunter1 file comes back periodically or even after every Blue Protocol session. Let me know in the comments below if this works for you, if it doesn't work, if this helps you get unbanned, or if you think this helps prevent you from getting banned. And that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Catch you guys later.